Welcome back to the Temple of Fiends Revisited. We are at the bottom of the fire floor. After recovering from the Lich battle, we revived the character who died, and we restored all our hit points, mostly with the free healing items, because the monsters on this fire floor are a little bit less threatening than before. So we are back at full strength, and we could do so for free. It's a little bit tougher to do that in the earth floor, because there's Medusas and things down there that you don't want to be dealing with. So KARY is a souped-up version of the one we fought earlier. She has 700 hit points, but the big difference is, her physical attack is nasty, 4 hits for 201 on WTF down there. She does have a really hefty physical attack at 63 accuracy, up to 6 hits, and 60 attack. And she does have 6 hits in her earlier form also. I think that's supposed to reflect the fact that she has many arms, which is a nice little narrative touch. But she has 60 attack, which is going to be penetrating our defenses. So I am buffing up with the Defender and with the White Robe. I do not have to cast Aether or Bar Fire because I have 3 ribbons on positions 1, 2, and 4. The character in the 3rd position is wearing the White Robe that they are using to cast Invis 2 on us. And the White Robe does protect from fire. That is one of its elemental protections. So I don't have to waste a turn using Bar Fire. I can just go right onto the offense. She will cast Rub, because her spell progression looks like this. Fire 3, Rub, Fire 3, Rub, Fire 3, Stun, Fire 3, Stun. Now, Stun is a time elemental spell. That is what's called a threshold spell. So it only hits you if your hit points are less than 300. There's a couple of these spells, and the time element is a rather obscure element that is not used by very many abilities, and it's actually not resisted by very many enemies. So it's something that can be really powerful for an upper level black mage. But as long as I keep everyone's hit points above 300, they're going to be protected from just about everything she does, except that Rub spell, which if it targets that 3rd character can be tricky, but they have a Pro Ring on, so that will protect from the Rub spell. So I'm actually fully protected from KARY here, and I can go into sandbagging mode and plinking away at her. She does resist fire, ice, and lightning, and she's no longer weak to the status element, so I cannot hit her with mute, I can't hit her with fear. I can't do any of that fun stuff for her. So there we see a Rub showed up, or Death, and it missed. So to get that last character over 300 more quickly, because I know that Stun is coming soon, I did use a Cure 4 there. But I am trying to conserve my healing powers, so you'll actually see me in this boss battle using some of the low-level free healing items in this battle. Now, I did finally figure out, and I knew it was going to be an easy solution, I did finally wrap my head around why some of these enemies were landing hits on me despite me having evasion maxed out. And it was right there in front of me all along. Something dropped as I read some more of the forums on GameFAQs. So your evasion cannot go higher than 255, that was what was catching me. But the calculation for the base attack plus monster accuracy can now go above 255. Before that was capped at 255, so if you got your evasion to 255 and they got their accuracy to 255, it would simply be subtracted to 0. But now, because they took out that clamping in that addition where they add 168 to the accuracy, they can now go above 255. So no matter what, some of these monsters are still going to be landing hits. Now, it's not a problem here with KARY because her accuracy is only 63. So once we reach max evasion, she will have a very difficult time. She'll have to hit that magical 0/0 out of 200 or rolling 1 out of 201 chance to land a hit for max evasion. But we will see that pop up with other monsters, and we have seen that pop up already where my counting on my evasion has been incorrect and monsters have been landing hits. But we're really just in Plinky mode here, and that was always kind of the plan for this boss. She doesn't really have anything threatening to me outside of that Rub spell, but I have so many life charges that I didn't even bother picking up the A-Rub ability, the A-Rub spell. I think it might be called Bar Death in this version. I didn't even bother with that because it's better for me to use a level 5 charge of life than it is to use I think it's a level 7 charge of A-Rub. So I can save another Cure Raja or a Cure 4 in that way. So it was actually better for me not to use that. And it saved me some money. It allowed me to pick up a couple of more holies, although I still didn't get enough money to buy holies for everybody. I didn't fill everybody up. Now, the stun spell there, again, we saw it miss because that character was over 300 hit points. So even if they weren't immune to the status element, which they are, the spell couldn't have stunned me, could not have paralyzed me. Now, XXXX is a death spell that will knock you out if you have under 300 hit points, so that's one you have to be careful of. She does not have XXXX in her spell list. She'll be actually resetting back to Fire 3 Rub here pretty soon, but you won't get there because the black shirt, even with its halved damage and very low chance to double, did land the kill shot on KARY. So we come out of the KARY battle pretty healthy. We did not use very many of our spells. We didn't use very many of our resources. We did use 1 Cure 4, but we should be in good shape heading on to the water floor.